Condensation is caused when warm, humid air meets a cold surface, which is why often in the winter it's more noticeable. When you're heating the inside of your house and it's cold outside, you'll often see mist or water droplets on the inside of windows, maybe around the window in the reveals and on the window board, and potentially even the front door as well. Condensation isn't necessarily a bad thing. It proves that the house is airtight and thermally efficient. When it does become an issue is when you're not doing anything to help reduce that condensation, because the more moisture that you have and the longer it's there for, especially when it's warm inside, that leads to mold growth. There are various different mechanical aids that you can use to help reduce the condensation. Say for example, you've got a large family, you're cooking for many people, you've got a few pans going on the stove, the oven's on. Naturally, the kitchen's going to get very warm. So you want to be using things like the window vents, even opening the window, using the extraction unit within the kitchen itself to help remove the humidity, improve the airflow and help reduce the condensation. So in regard to the mechanical aids, what you can do is these vents at the top just open up. But in regards to these vents, these are just your standard window vent. Now some houses, due to the location of the house to the road and the railways, might have bigger vents in called acoustic vents. They perform in the same way. You'll have a little latch that can open up, and what this does is allow the external air, the cool air, to come into the house. What we often recommend is there's no point in opening the trickle vents in one room in particular, because that air isn't going anywhere other than that room. We recommend that you open it. So this is the rear bedroom, so we'll open it in the rear and we'll open one at the front, and it allows that cross ventilation to help clear out the humidity and allow that better airflow, which can help reduce the condensation. You can also use the windows to improve that ventilation as well. So to open a window on the latch is simply open it up very slightly and locking it again. Now this creates a slight gap around the window to allow for the airflow, but prevents anyone from getting in or out. It's still in a locked position. Now as a safety feature, the windows have been fitted with a restrictor, but it's a simple hook that you can undo if you want to open the window a bit wider, like this. As a further mechanical aid, the houses have also been fit with extract fans. Now these have all been set and designed to allow different flow rates for the room that they're accommodating. So you'll have one in the downstairs toilet, the kitchen and the upstairs shower/bathroom. To turn these on, the isolators are located at the top of all of the doors, and the bathroom and the downstairs toilet will be activated with a pull cord. They go hand in hand with the light. So when you turn the light on, the extract fan will also come on. And once it's turned off, they've been set on a timer, whether it's 15 minutes or 30 minutes, and they'll keep extracting on the turned on setting just to help reduce the humidity once you've left the room. The kitchen one isn't tied into any lights, and it's its own independent socket. And that's purely because within the kitchen, especially when you're cooking, the humidity can get to some really high levels. So you can manually turn it on, leave the kitchen, come back half an hour later, and turn it back off again. And then again, it will still be on a timer and flow just that little bit longer just to help extract all of the air. Now, ultimately, the best mechanical aid you can do to get rid of the humidity in your house is to use a dehumidifier. Now, I know not everyone has access to one of these, but if you do, especially if it's a room whether you're cooking or you're drying clothes on a radiator, a clothes horse and whatnot, the dehumidifier will do its best to reduce the humidity in the room, and thus when you wake up in the morning you should have less condensation on your windows.